Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Viewpoints with me, your boy the man NJ, number 2 the city with the number 2 in TL. Let's get into this video. So, this is Sunday, May the 6th, 2018. And if you have recently checked out the YouTube channel, within the last 24 hours, you would definitely see that I released like 4 new songs titled I Study, Uplifting and Positive, Wicked World Interlude, and Long Car Rides. Now, the song within those 4 that I feel the absolute most content with the first time that I was producing it was Long Car Rides. Everything else is good, but the one that I feel the most contentment with is Long Car Rides. That's a song that most definitely I want people to be able to meditate to once they first hear it. I want people to get that sense of meditation, that sense of, thinking, that sense of, peace and comfort, and just simple as that, and just meditate to it. That's a song that I really, really, really want people to meditate towards with that song of Long Car Rides. The ideology behind, as well, I also released Nobody's Me. I had actually already released that song, kind of like somewhat a no-beat version of it, like the first, 20 seconds or so, 15 seconds, you heard a beat towards the original version that I released, which is weeks or a month old. Had to go back in the channel, delete that, because I just uploaded the one that has the entire full beat version to it. That has gone well, or that, for me, it goes well. It's just that with that song, Nobody's Me, I thought to myself, as producing it, that song, I'm spitting too much bars, or at least from what I believe I was spitting in a song. I was spitting too many bars, or at least too much of my life story, to where it's like, this has to go on an album, and it needs to have a beat to it. Should not be an interlude with no beat. I'm spitting too many bars, and I have a story that I'm telling, rather than Wicked World Interlude, where I'm not really telling a story, but I am, I do have a certain vibe to that song, especially towards the beginning of the song. I have a vibe to it. Now, you got to realize, when I think of the song Wicked World, one of the top things I do think is the biblical terms of Wicked World. And then I think about Future's song titled Wicked. I don't know when that was released, but I definitely know I'm not a big fan of Future, but I can assure you that his song Wicked was one of the top things that was going through my mind when I had the creation of my song Wicked World Interlude. But obviously my song Wicked World is pretty much, again, talking about how the Bible does say that we live in a wicked world, and how I'm saying in the song, we need Jesus, and more Jesus equals, more world peace. Jesus is world peace, and other stuff like that. You can hear, clearly and boldly in the song. I mean, the beginning of the song, I was really trying to get that flow and tempo from Future's song titled Wicked, when he was, he was just saying, he was saying, wicked in a flow and tempo. I mean, it's like you probably can draw the parallels to it, because I was saying in the beginning of Wicked World, like, I was saying, like, this is Wicked World, this is Wicked World, Wicked, this is Wicked World, this is Wicked World. That's what I was, that was the flow that I was spitting, and you can probably draw some parallels between that and Future's song Wicked. You can probably, draw some parallels, between them both. At least try to, but definitely listen to the rest of the song, and then you're hearing me talk about Jesus Christ, and then I'm talking about world peace with Jesus, and how Jesus equals world peace. That's pretty much how I end my last verse off with the interlude, is saying that Jesus Christ equals world peace, and so forth and so forth. And, I hope everybody enjoys that song in some type of clean and appropriate, God first way. It's definitely a song that, has, 2 or 3 different vibes throughout it, even though it's an interlude and it's like 1 minute and 23 seconds long, I believe. So, but I definitely hope everybody gets what they need from that song as well, in terms of, I guess you could say, different styles or different melodies or different whatever, which I could do for other Future songs. And yeah, Long Car Rides, like I said, Long Car Rides is definitely a song, like I said, I want people to be able to meditate. So I really want people to listen to that song and automatically get the feeling of meditation, peace, comfort through a song like that. I Study is basically a song that, like, it's not really directed towards one particular person. Some people, or some of my frenemies, or whatever else word you want to put there, will definitely take the song I Study as is definitely directed straight towards them. I can assure you, the song I Study is not directed towards one particular person. That is dedicated towards majority of people, which I've known throughout, if not throughout my entire life, I've definitely known throughout the last, 5 or more years, 5, 6, 7 years. People who, like I said before, I've noticed and I studied through body language and facial expressions. You're smiling at my face, 1 minute, but then as you're walking away from me, you have a little bit of a smirk or a little bit of a on your face, as if you didn't want to talk to me, or whatever question I may have asked was weird, or whatever thing it was. Like I said, I try to treat everybody with the utmost God first loyalty, dignity, and respect, and so forth and so forth. I try to ask the most normal, humane questions that I absolutely can. I literally begin most of my questions off with, or I end most of my questions off with, the statement of, if you don't mind me asking, for a reason, because I don't want to offend people, and I can assure you I've learned a lot about the differences between offending people and not offending people over the last 2-3 years of my life. I learned a lot about it, but I can assure you again, the song title I Study is not dedicated just towards one person, it's dedicated towards a majority of people. A lot of people I know have definitely dealt with two-faced, backstabbing, double-standard, one-sided people throughout their lives. And I Study is, again, just saying, I study your body language, I study your facial expressions, I study your language, your tone of voice that you're talking to me. So I study all this stuff. So it's like saying, because at times, I'm not going to lie to you, at times I might come off as, as a fool towards, I can't read your body language, or I can't read your facial expressions, or I can't, read your tone of voice about you're talking to me. Sometimes I might come off as a fool towards where I can't read any of that, and it might, you might think that I'm a complete idiot, and or you can get anything past me. I mean, and definitely with those cases, I'm just a darn good actor, because trust me, I can read it. I've been able to read it for the longest time. That's why I Study is a song that I've been wanting to make for the longest time. I can study it, ladies and gentlemen. I read it in real time. I've been able to read it in real time for, if not most of my life, definitely the past 4 or 5 years. I've been able to read it. I can tell. I literally can tell. A lot of people are two-faced, they're backstabbing, they're conniving. I can tell. I've been able to read it for the longest time. I really, really do hope people truly get saved in the world with Jesus, as I promote on my Twitter, my this YouTube, my Snapchat, my Instagram, even though I'm still barely active on that, but I just posted a few things during the NFL draft, which was 2 weeks ago, just to let y'all know. But I mean, the evidence is clear as daylight. People need to start being, everybody can be more real and more humble and more truthful and more honest than what they are. But I can assure you a lot of people are not those things, which deeply disturbs me, how we made it to 2018 and people still, all they know how to do is still be as fake as they possibly can be. That doesn't give you many blessings. That, if anything, being fake, phony, and a lot of other words like that, all it does is limit your blessings. Like, a lot of people, this is just from my experience of being around them and talking to them. A lot of people I'm telling you, they are darn sure not saved and aware. They know how to talk Jesus here and there, but they're not saved and aware. They live in the most negative, garbage lifestyle, and so forth and so forth. And then they want to wonder why things are the way they are, with future allegations of this, future scares of pregnancy or whatever else. Again, everybody, it's a collective effort for everybody to do what they gotta do to make a better life for themselves, a cleaner life for themselves, their family, get truly in touch with the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, especially in today's times and days and age we're living in. It's a collective effort. People have to start doing more, Again, ladies and gentlemen, I got a lot more music coming soon. The Wicked World, uplifting and positive. I Study, long car rides. Again, not even scratching the surface of all other new music that I have. Not even nearly scratching the surface. So I hope you all, again, stay tuned to this YouTube channel for all the new music that I have coming, coming up throughout the next few weeks and months. Uplifting and Positive, that song didn't have the beat that I kind of wanted to put the same beat that I put for Even After Death and Humble and Hungry. I wanted to put that on there, but Uplifting and Positive fitted more, or should I say, Uplifting and Positive fit the beat that I ended up putting it towards more. I mean, God bless the song. I definitely love the lyrics, which I was spitting in there. Shout out, God bless my good friend Julia K. this weekend at that Passion Lift conference, which I made the cover of 3 songs, so forth and so forth. And just to let you know, the point of the song Uplifting and Positive is just to let everybody know that, because I have a lot of people over the past 2-3 years, definitely over the past 2 years and not 2-3, the past 2 years asking me over and over again, how are you so positive, NJ, all the time? How are you so this? How are you so that? With my, positivity, with my creativity, with my, spontaneous traits, with my people person skills. I have people asking me that all the time, and so on and so forth. So Uplifting and Positive, just to let people strictly know that, number one, I've said it before, it's through my faith that I am as positive, outgoing, and courageous as I am with a majority of things that I do and say every day of my life. Other than my faith, it's just the fact being that, actually the majority of the song was me preaching to people that anything can be uplifting and positive. It just depends on your morals and your values and your outlooks towards things. I've said that to a lot of my friends who've asked me that question over the past 2 years when it comes to them asking me how am I so positive. I've said it depends on your outlook on things. It depends on your morals and values towards things. I've said it, same thing with people when it comes to enjoying school. I don't make the songs for school that I make the songs for school for. What that means is I make them for a platinum reason of helping everybody enjoy school, letting them know you can enjoy school. But it just depends on your attitude and your personality towards, what are you there for? What are you there for? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to hang out with? It really depends on your morals and your outlook on things. Now I'll make another video coming soon, probably diving a tad bit deeper into those videos and few more. Thank you all for listening, watching, reviewing, subscribing. It's me, your boy, the man, NJ, number 2 to the city with the number 2 in TL. Much more music coming soon. God bless you. Jesus Christ, salvation reigns. Take care.